It is a cold, cold morning. It was cold last night. It makes me very much appreciate bringing a nice 20-degree bag with me. Beautiful night though. The stars were gorgeous last night. And the bivvy worked real well too. I was, got some condensation, of course, because that's what bivvies do. But other than that, I stayed pretty damn toasty warm the entire night, which I'm very appreciative of. This morning I got my my colder weather gear on, and it's just about right. That makes me a little bit worried that at the end of November it will not be just about right. I'm hiking at 39. Now Kachi recommends that I camp before 39. It's about 28 kilometers at this dam, and it has, of course, a bathroom because Kachi always has a bathroom. He also prefers to have an onsen or a kombini, and I've discovered that he camps a little bit differently than other people that I've read about. And I'm wondering if the advice for the Americans and Europeans is a little different because you just don't want to mess with the Japanese and make them mad, because he likes camping at these sports facilities and stuff like that, which is where we just camped at. And we had like 3 or 4 of the locals come by, and they're like, "Oh, you're camping," and like they had no big deal about it at all. But it might be because Kachi was there talking to him versus an American who didn't know how to speak Japanese. So we'll see. I'm off to the kombini to get some breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because we're going to be packing the whole thing today. All right, see you soon. Okay, here's the morning shot. It's beautiful. It's like about 7:30, and I'm gonna hike up into these hills today. Evidently there is a flat route across the stream. And yeah, Shikoku is beautiful. All right, I think I just saw a baboon. And let's see, can I see him again? Nope, but definitely saw one. Okay, so Kachi said to take this route because it was just flat out flat, whereas the other ones are up and down and strenuous and all that. So it's a little bit, it's like 2-3 kilometers more than the shortest route. But so far he's exactly right. It's going right along the river, and it's utterly flat, and it leads to that dam that he likes to camp at. So I checked the Ohenro site, and sure enough, the guys who like camping highly recommend the dam. So it looks like that's a good site for me tonight. The dam is about 5 kilometers out of Temple 39, and that's also where the kombinis are in the morning. So what I did is I got food tonight for lunch and dinner, and then I'm going to basically walk to the first kombini to get breakfast tomorrow morning. Well, I'm cranking the Highway 21 pretty good right now. It's about 10:15, and it's beautiful mountain views today, and then some rice paddies on the side. You can see that. I'm about an hour and a half out of a small town that is renowned for its calligraphy. It's a slate where you wipe a black slate where you wipe the calligraphy pen, and they're renowned for being the best in the world. So I'm about an hour and a half out of Minahara, I think it is. All right. Well, I got my first osetai of the day. It's this cookie, and it's really interesting. And then it came in a little package, and it was like sealed and had its own little little thing in it so it wouldn't go stale, you know, like one of those things that, but anyway, it's interesting in that it's like this super light cookie on the outside. You can kind of see right there, right there. And then it's like this gelatin thing on the inside, and it's really good. All right, so I passed through the village there, and they had like a kind of special event going on, but they had a little convenience store. I stopped in, got myself a popsicle and some fluids, and I think I'm only about 2 or 3 kilometers away from where I'm gonna camp tonight, which will be good. So tonight here, and then in the morning it's like 5 to 7 kilometers to 39, and then it's a long ways to 40 again, so I'll stop at an onsen, and that'll be that. And it's a beautiful walk. So I got to the dam, and everything was exactly where it was supposed to be, and it was this big hut. It's really large, and there was a bathroom next door. The bathroom wasn't the greatest in the world, but it was okay. And I kind of hung out there and ate lunch and stuff like that. And some of the devices that you don't set up until, 6 or 7 o'clock, so that you don't tick people off and all that. So I around 5 o'clock, the security guard comes down from the dam, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Are you staying the night?" And I'm like going, I was told I could. Is that okay? He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay." And then he walks away. So maybe, and I'll put this out on the boards, you need to check in with the security guard. I'm not sure. It doesn't say that anywhere in any of the guidebooks or any of the notes that I've seen so far. Anyway, the one problem with the dam is they don't turn off the lights in the hut, which makes me think that maybe Kachi would have camped someplace differently. But luckily, I had my night mask and things like that, and so I threw that on, and I got some decent sleep, but it wasn't the greatest sleep in the world. And I woke up at 5:30, and I was ready to go. And at 6 a.m. I was rolling out of bed, something like that, and the security guard comes up, and I give him my name slip to say thank you, and he says, he tells me to have a good day, and he's like much happier now that he's had a nap. And so that was the end of that day.